Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Today we will see the Laplace transform of the derivative of a function. Now let us start the Laplace transform of the derivative of a function. Okay, so let us consider the function. Suppose here I am considering a function f of t. So for this function f of t, I can write the derivative of this function with respect to t, that is df. F means f is the function of t divided by dt. This is the derivative of this function. Now if I will take the Laplace transform of this derivative, then this will be Laplace. For this Laplace transform I have to write L. This will be L of the function that we want to take the transform, that is df. F is the function of t divided by dt, and that will be equal to, its value will be, as we write 0 to infinite integration, we have to write exponential minus st into the function that we want to take the Laplace transform, that is df. F is the function of t divided by dt into dt. Now if I will integrate by parts, then this will be, our formula is, if u into v into dx, you have to calculate the integration of this, then this will be equal to, it means that u and v, these are the two functions of x. In that case you can write, this will be u into integration v dx minus integration over dou u by dou x into integration over v dx whole into dx. This is the integration by parts formula. Now we will calculate for this integration that we want to take the Laplace transform of this function. So this will be equal to, now you can write for this previous, this one I can write, this will be equal to, for exponential function I will consider this as u and this as my v. This will be exponential minus st into integration v dx. V is here df by dt, so this will be df divided by dt into, in place of dx I will write dt, so this will be dt minus, again the integration over dou u by dou x. In place of u I will write exponential minus st, so this will be dou by dou t of, in place of u I will write exponential minus st. Okay, and again this will be the integration over v is here df by dt, so here this df divided by dt into dt and again whole dt. When we have applied the integration by part, so this is our expression, and here we have to integrate from 0 to infinite. Okay, this all integration we have a limit that is from 0 to infinite. Now let us calculate for this. This will be exponential minus st is here, exponential minus st, this dt get cancelled, so the df integration will be f, and this f means f is the function of t, so its limiting value from 0 to infinite, minus this integration over 0 to infinite, the derivative of first order derivative of exponential minus st is minus s into exponential minus st. Again the integration over 0 to infinite df by dt into dt, this dt get cancelled, so the df integration is f, so this f of t into dt. Since at last we have to integrate from 0 to infinite, so we will put the limit at the end of the calculation. Okay, now in the first case, when I will put the limiting value, that is upper limit is infinite, then this exponential minus st, that is exponential minus infinite, that is 1 by this term here just I am writing, this is 1 by exponential st I can write, since it has the power negative exponential minus st, so I can write 1 by exponential st, so this will be equal to 1 by exponential infinite, So that will be 1 by infinite and 1 by infinite, you know, this is equal to 0. So for the upper limit, this value goes to 0. Okay. Now I'll put for the lower limit. Since for the upper limit it goes to 0, then if I'll put for the lower limit, that is it will be exponential power 0, that will be something power 0 is 1, and again this will be f of 0. So this will be f of 0, and here I have to put a negative sign because upper limit minus the lower limit, and for the next this will be minus into minus, this becomes plus. This s can be taken outside because we have to integrate with respect to t only. So this will be integration over 0 to infinite exponential minus st into f of t dt. Okay. We have already discussed that this for the Laplace transform. For this Laplace transform, let me write again. The integration over, here I am writing, integration over 0 to infinite exponential minus st f of t dt. This value is nothing but the Laplace transform of f of t. This is the Laplace transform of f of t. And this also can be represented as this is equal to f of s. Now you can see this is your exponential minus st into f of t dt over the limit 0 to infinite. This is nothing but f of s. So here I can write this will be equal to, first I am writing the second term, that is s into f of s minus f of 0. This is what, this is the Laplace transform of the derivative of the function f of t. Okay. So now here I can write the Laplace transform of df by dt. F is the function of t. So df of t divided by dt. This will be equal to, this is equal to, here you can see this is s into f of s minus f of 0. So this will be equal to s into f of s I can write, or I can write this is the Laplace transform of f of t also I can write. So this is the Laplace transform of f of t minus f of 0. This is our Laplace transform of the first order derivative. Now we will see for the second order derivative the Laplace transform. Now from this equation, that is Laplace transform of the first order derivative, if I will take d by dt of both sides, if I will take the d by dt of both sides, then this will become the Laplace transform of the second order derivative. So this will becomes the Laplace transform of d square f. F means f is the function of t divided by dt square. It means that now we are going to calculate the Laplace transform of the function, that is d square f of t divided by dt square. Here the function, this function means this d square f of t divided by dt square, that is a function within this curly bracket, it represents the function that we want to take the Laplace transform. And hence this will be equal to, here you can write, if I will take the derivative on the right hand side, this will be s into L of, that is the Laplace transform of d f of t divided by dt. We are not taking the derivative of s because s is a constant, and here this f of t is a function of t. That's why we are taking the derivative of that function. Now this will be minus, here you can see this in place of f of 0, this is actually f of t. Let me show you. Here you can see in place of this f of t, here we have just substituted the limiting value. So here comes the result, that is f of 0. If I will write it as, suppose if we will consider this as, this is suppose f of t, and finally we have to put the limit, then this will be minus f of t, or when I will take the derivative, this will be minus d f of t divided by dt. Okay. Now what we will do, we will just substitute the Laplace transform of the first order derivative, that is in this part, in this first part I will substitute the value from this above equation. This is suppose my equation number 1. Let me write This is suppose equation number 1, and I will draw here this part, that is this d by dt we have already taken. So this is our equation 1. Okay, now this will be equal to s into, for this L into df of t divided by dt, we have to put the equation 1, that is s into L, the function of t, f of t, minus f of 0. Okay, and again I will write minus df of t, df of t divided by dt at t equal to 0. Okay, here I will write this at t equal to 0, because in this first term, that is in the equation 1, we have already substituted the upper limit value and the lower limiting value. That's why our expression is s into L f of t minus f of 0. But in this second term, that is minus df by df of t divided by dt, we have to put only the lower limit, because for the upper limit this value already goes to 0. Okay, now this will be equal to a square into L f of t, that is the Laplace transform of f of t, minus this s will get multiplied here, s into f of 0, and here this minus df of t minus df of t divided by dt at t equal to 0. Okay, so here let me write for the first order derivative what we have calculated. Laplace transform of df of t divided by dt, this is equal to, here you can see this is from the first equation, s L f of t minus f of 0. So I will write here, that is s L f of t, here this will be s L function of f of t minus f of 0. This is for the first order derivative. This is our equation 1. And for the second order derivative, the Laplace transform will be d square f, this is the f of t, divided by dt square. This is equal to, this value is equal to, now you can see, this is equal to a square L f of t, this equation, a square L f of t, this one equation 2, a square L f of t minus s f of 0 minus d f of t divided by dt at t equal to 0. So this will be equal to a square L Laplace transform of f of t minus s into f of 0, and minus df of t divided by dt, df of t divided by dt at t equal to 0. Okay, this is our equation 2. Now if I calculate for the nth time, then this equation will be, that is the Laplace transform for the nth derivative. In general, this can be written as, in general means for the nth order derivative we can write, for nth order derivative we can write nth order derivative we can write here, this will be Laplace transform of dn f of t divided by dt power n. This will be equal to s power n L of f of t minus sum over k equal to 0 to n minus 1. I will tell you about this expression, that is k equal to 0 to n minus 1 f of kth derivative of at 0 point s power n minus k minus 1. minus k minus 1. Okay. Here this fk of 0, where this fk of 0, this is equal to dk f of t, that is kth derivative of f of t divided by dt power k at t equal to 0. Now I will show you whether this expression that we have written, whether this expression is correct or not. Okay. So suppose when n equal to 1, okay, when this n equal to 1, then this will be s power 1 is s, then L of f of t, L of f of t minus, this will be k varies from 0 to n minus 1. When n will be 1, then 1 minus 1 will be 0. Then we will consider only for k equal to 0. So this will be f 0th of 0. 0th order means this is simply f of 0. So this will be minus f of 0 into s power n minus k minus 1. Since k is 0 and n is 1, then this will be s power 0. This n is 0. Sorry, this n is 1, k is 0. So 1 minus 0 minus 1. 1 get cancelled. So this is s power 0. So s power something power 0 is 1. So this will be f of 0. Now we can compare this with the equation 1, that is when n equal to 1, the Laplace transform of here on the left hand side, this will be, since n equal to 1, this is simply the first order derivative of the equation of the Laplace transform. This will be hence proved, that is s L of f of t minus f of 0. Similarly, you can put n equal to 2. When n equal to 2, this will be d square f of t divided by dt square. Correct. Then on the right hand side, when I will put n equal to 2, this will be, here I am substituting n equal to 2, this will be a square L of f of t minus, here the k values varies from k equal to 0 to 2 minus 1, that is 1. So there will be two expression, that is the summation varies from k equal to 0 to 1, that is 1. For one case I will substitute k equal to 0, and for the other case I will substitute k equal to 1. So when k equal to 0, this will be f0 of 0, it is simply f of 0. So this is f of 0. S power, here when k equal to 0 and n is 2 here, so 2 minus 0 minus 1. So this will be 2 minus 1 is 1. So this will be s power 1. So this also correct. Now this expression is correct. Now for the third one, when since this term it varies from k equal to 0 to 1, now I will substitute for k equal to 1. This is again minus, so this minus is present here. So f1 of 0, f1 of 0 means this is the first order derivative of the function f of t at t equal to 0. Again the s power will be, k is 1 here and n is 2 here. So 2 minus 1 minus 1, this will be 2 minus 2 0. So s power 0 is 1. Hence you can see that the general expression that we have written here, this is the correct one. So this is our final expression for the nth order derivative of the Laplace transform of the function f of t, that is s power n L of f of t minus sum over k equal to 0 to n minus 1 f kth order function derivative at 0 t equal to 0 s power n minus k minus 1. Now let us do one proof, that is, this is the most important relation. Now you have to prove the Laplace transform of t into f of t, that is a function is multiplied with the t, its value will be equal to minus d by ds minus d by ds of Laplace transform of f of t. This is the most important relation, Laplace transform of f of t. Okay, now we will prove this. Okay. Now just think from which side we will calculate, on the right hand side or on the left hand side. If I will take from the right hand side, this will be more easier. So let us take, suppose d by ds of, d by ds of the Laplace transform of f of t. Laplace transform of f of t. So this will be equal to d by ds of, You know the general expression for the Laplace transform of any function? This is simply integration over 0 to infinite exponential minus st into f of t dt. This is the general expression, and this d by ds can be taken inside the integration. So this will be equal to, now I can write this is equal to integration over 0 to infinite d by ds of exponential minus st into f of t dt. Here I am taking the derivative d by ds for only the exponential minus st, because this f of t is the function of t only. So we don't want to calculate for the derivative with respect to s. So we have to only calculate for the exponential minus st. So this will be equal to 0 to infinite integration minus t will be here, because the coefficient of s is minus t, then exponential minus st f of t dt. Okay. So from this expression, if I write in a simple way, suppose this is minus integration over 0 to infinite exponential minus st into t into f of t dt. Okay. So if I write the expression like this, from this you can see the general expression for the Laplace transform. Here I have written the general expression for the Laplace transform is 0 to infinite exponential minus st f of t dt. So here, now you can see that in the place of f of t, this is simply t into f of t. So in this place I can write this is the Laplace transform of t into f of t, because in the exponential minus st term, t into f of t term is multiplied here. This will be equal to minus L of t into f of t, Okay. Now you can see that we have proved that Laplace transform of t f of t equal to minus of d by ds into d by ds of Laplace transform of f of t. That is, you have to remember that when a function is multiplied with a t, or it may be if the function is f of s, then if the variable is multiplied with that function, then this will be equal to minus d by ds of Laplace transform of the function, that is f of t. Now we will take one example. Let us prove. No, the question is given. You have to calculate the Laplace transform of, t into cosine. Suppose hyperbolic at is given. Okay, this is suppose cosine hyperbolic at. Now how to calculate this? You know the Laplace transform of t into f of t, the Laplace transform of t into any function f of t, this can be written as equal to minus d by ds of the Laplace transform of that function, that is f of t. Now from this above expression, if you will compare these two, now this will be Laplace transform of t cosine hyperbolic at t. This can be written as, this is equal to minus d by ds of the Laplace transform of, here the function is what? Here the function is cosine hyperbolic at t. So this is Laplace transform of cosine hyperbolic at t. Okay. And you know the Laplace transform of cosine hyperbolic at t is s by s square minus s square. So this will be minus d by ds of the Laplace transform of cosine h at t is s divided by s square minus s square. Now if I will take the derivative of this function, then this will be equal to, if I will take the derivative for the first term, that is, if I will consider this as, this is suppose as dy minus d by ds of s into a square minus a square power minus 1. That is, I will put u into v formula. So that is, first if I will take the derivative for the s, so this will be ds by ds is 1. So this will be minus 1 divided by this a square minus a square. So this will be a square minus a square. Again for the second term, this will be minus s is taken outside. So this will be minus 1 again. So this will be plus 1 divided by a square minus a square power 2. Again the derivative of a square is 2s. So this is our expression. Now this will be equal to again minus 1 by, I am taking directly here the LCM, that is a square minus a square whole square. I have taken the LCM here. This will be minus a square minus a square. This is plus 2a square plus 2a square. Now if I solve this, this will be equal to 2a square minus a square is a square. This minus will get multiplied here. So this will be minus minus plus a square and divided by a square minus a square whole square. So divided by a square minus a square whole square. So in this way you can solve the Laplace transform when the function is being multiplied with the variable. Then the Laplace transform of this function is minus d by ds of the Laplace transform of that function. Okay. So this is all for today. If you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. Thank you all. Jai Jagannath.